Rivals backs here. We just did Moloch's Battlefront campaign, and I was shocked to get this. Moloch himself. I'll admit that's a pretty lucky find, and it comes right after finding Zalonia recently, which actually made the Battlefront a fairly easy campaign to do. So Moloch as an Epic Death Ancient does Curse Touch on one on defense. His first spell is quite interesting. It summons death elementals, but it doesn't just summon them. It actually takes out some of your units to do it. Necro Armor is good in that it cuts damage in half from magic defenses. And on the third spell, summon Death Knights. Summon some very interesting creatures. Let's take a closer look at the Death Elemental. It's got some good health and some decent damage, but what makes it interesting is that for each additional troop that you sacrifice to get it, it gets 10% extra health and 20% extra damage. The Death Knight is interesting. It's got some good hit points, some decent damage, but really the interesting thing here is the Life Steal aura. Kind of like a Paladin, but instead of just a passive health or healing, there is a life steal. They get a certain fraction of whatever damage they do back as health. So this is worth spending some Death Primus on. Don't have a ton, but we'll put a couple thousand in there and see if we can get close to level 6. That would be kind of handy. At level 6 they get a starting mana of 1 as well as a upgrade on each of their individual spells. So we need 1600 for that. That's not convenient right now, so we'll come back to that one if we can find some more Primus sometime soon. We're at Stronghold 7 here, just doing a few finishing touches. But let's dive into battle and take a look at Moloch. These spells are really quite different from the other ones, and Moloch can only be obtained from that Death Daily campaign. So I wish you all good luck with that. Let me know how that's working for you. The bases here that we're going to hit are pretty simple, but that's okay. We can figure out what we're doing with these different spells here. The sacrifice one I'm particularly interested in. You are removing your own troops to do it, so it's going to be hard to see how beneficial that is. It may be one of those things where until you can increase the level of Moloch and get higher level death elementals, that may not be too effective at lower levels. The Necro Armor is going to be effective at any level, so that's a handy one. Alright, so we'll just try out on a Mana Hunter or two up there, getting a Death Elemental. The graphic on it looks quite nice. I'm thinking that the third spell, the Death Knight, is the most interesting one here. Since we had that Fire Tower, we had the Necro Armor. They'll be able to take out this kingdom pretty easily. We sacrifice a whole bunch of units to get a Death Knight there. Let's see if we can find some tougher bases here, or get some good opportunity to take a look at these new spells. Alright, a lot of free mana on the south side here, so we'll take advantage of that. Very kind of Mr. Hawk to leave out his gold for us as well. Thank you for that. Lay down our Mana Hunter, get the other troops to start protecting those. Use our Fire Elemental from the Living Flame event. And okay, let's take a look at that Death Knight. You can see those kind of pink spikes on the ground, so all the troops around her are getting that Lifesteal aura. That's a really handy feature, much like a Paladin. And we'll go ahead and get a second one on the battlefield. Now up to 5 different Death Knights can stack, so that's very handy if you're able to cast make 2 castings of that spell. That's a very nice effect. Each casting will summon 3 Death Knights. Alright, pretty nice. I do like that third spell. I'm definitely interested to try to level up Moloch to see how those look like at higher levels. There's just so many good Death Ancients, so it's hard to find enough Primus to level up all of those. Hopefully they'll continue to make the Primus a little bit more available to us, especially since the Primus cost went up recently. I hope they can adjust that back down to a more reasonable level soon. Okay, this next base is starting to look like a little bit of a tougher base. We've still got some free mana up top, so we'll go and grab that. And once we get a hole, we'll be able to put down our ground troops. Not sure how effective that Necro Armor was right then, but that's okay. Get a Death Knight down there for some lifesteal. Stronghold's about to fall here. Alright, and let's just try sacrificing some units and get some Death Knights going. Let's see how effective they are. We're only level 1. Even with the bonus damage, their damage seems to be a little bit low right now. So definitely may need to level those up or use sacrifice bigger sets of troops. The problem is you're giving up a lot of DPS if you're going to sacrifice a large group of troops. So not sure yet how effective that'll be, but we will keep trying and let you guys know. Win streak 3 going for 4 and another relic chest. Now we've got a couple different high damage spell towers over there on the southeast side. Also got some free mana, we'll soak that up. Catapult and watchtower all in good shape. He'll want to move his Primus conduit later on. Alright, so we'll drop down all our troops quickly. And we'll use that Necro Armor since we're going right into those spell towers. That seems to be doing a good job of protecting them, that's handy. Alright, the towers are down. Get some Death Knights in there. Stronghold will fall here pretty quickly. Get that extra Death Knight in there as well. And now let's just start sacrificing some units. It's all mop up at this point anyway, so I may as well have some fun. In fact, you can even cast the spell on top of an existing Death Elemental to summon one. So if one was about to die, for example, you could basically regenerate it. Alright, let's see if we can get in our relic chest here. A little bit of pure Primus. Oh, that's actually pretty handy. We were looking for some of that earlier in order to upgrade Moloch from level 5 to 6 and get a little bit extra mana for him, so let's go ahead and do that. I will forget otherwise. We need 1600, so we'll pop 1750 in there and get it done. Alright, so how are these daily campaigns working out for you guys, and what do you think of Moloch? Please let me know in a comment. Thanks for watching.